Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm making this video today to help you find a few ways to make interesting infographics for your class focused on the content that you've previously learned to show your teachers everything you know about your chosen topic. So today I'm going to show you real quick 3 different ways that you can do this. The first is Adobe Creative Cloud Express, otherwise known as Adobe Spark. That's what we're going to be using today, and this is what the dashboard looks like here. Many of you are probably also familiar with Canva. You can use this platform at Canva, canva.com. There are some freemium features that you can use. However, a lot of the things on this site do cost money. So you may want to refrain from using this and just resort to the one provided by the district. You can also use PictoChart. If you've never seen this, again, it does have some free features available to you as a high school student. You can create your own free account. However, there are also a lot of paid features in this app. And so you would use right here this infographic tab, and then you would find your templates. Again, same with Canva. The very last way that I'm going to show you real quick, if you cannot find a template that you like, you can also go to the actual desktop app for PowerPoint, and you can best find that by searching in the search box at the bottom for PowerPoint and open actually the desktop app. If you use the online version in your Microsoft Office 365, it doesn't quite look the same, so you'll have a hard time finding the templates provided to you. And in PowerPoint, in the desktop app, when you go to open and create a new item, it's going to be hard to find them because you actually have to stop to read suggested searches. You go all the way over here and click infographics. And then you'll be able to look through a number of different templates that might interest you with a specific style or color scheme. That catches your eye, which of course that's what will happen with your reader as well, and that's what we want. So we're going to go back, and today for your class project on social justice issues, we're going to be using Adobe Spark or Adobe Creative Cloud Express as it is newly named. You're going to find this by going to your Fulton County ClassLink Launchpad. So if you'll navigate here and go ahead and type in your username and your password and sign in, when you're looking through your apps, you're going to be looking for this big red and black icon in the middle. Again, it was just recently named, so you're going to find it under Adobe Spark. If it's not in your dashboard, you can go to the top here and you can also type in Spark or Adobe and it should auto-populate. If you weren't aware, you also have the opportunity to add different icons and apps to your library by clicking this plus in the left-hand side to find some other useful tools that you might need for some of your courses. So once you do that, it's going to take you back to this Adobe Creative Cloud Express dashboard where you have access to all of these different things. Of course, the little caret arrow on the right-hand side will help us to navigate to some more options. And that's where our infographic is hiding. You can also scroll down and look at all these different templates for posters and flyers. If you keep going, you're going to get to infographics. And again, you can click the caret on the right to scroll through several. You can click here and choose view all, or you can simply go to the top where we found the infographic. And if you click this plus, it's actually going to start from scratch. You can see the small text there under the word infographic under this image. But even though it starts from scratch, it still will allow you to look through all the templates. So it's just going to go ahead and create a file for you. This will store in the cloud, so it will automatically save. You do not have to save it yourself. And of course, we're seeing this long version of a blank piece of paper, and you can make this bigger so you can see it if your eyes are as old as mine. And right now we have like this elongated paper so that we can include lots of important information regarding our project. So make sure you check in with your project requirements, with your teachers to determine what's the most important information to put on the page what are the project requirements, and how are you being graded so that you can make sure to include all of those components. Now, here on the left-hand side, you can see that even though we opened a blank infographic, we're also given all of these possible templates on the side. So you can still kind of scroll through them. However, in this format, you won't want to click on one until you're ready to choose. So find one that has maybe a structure where you don't have to add too many different text boxes. You can always go ahead and change the background color. You can change the images. You can change the text. You can change any graphics that are included, but find one that maybe has a style and maybe some areas that have already been pre-populated where you can include your content for your project. You can also search for one up here in this text box by typing in a topic. We'll just see what we get. And so this one's interesting. I don't know if it relates to any of the topics that you've got chosen, but I'm going to go ahead and click on it to choose it. And this is going to be our workspace. So once it's chosen, I'm going to make it bigger so that I can easily see it. I can click this X to get this out of my way. I can make it even bigger as needed. Scroll back and forth. And at the very top, the very first thing that I would recommend that you do is go ahead and rename your project. So across the top toolbar, you're going to see these three dots. Go ahead and choose that and go ahead and click rename. I would recommend that you put your first initials and your last name for your teacher. You may even want to put the name of the project that you're working on and just click away and it will automatically save. Now, as I said, in this template, you can change anything you want simply by clicking on those objects. So here I'll go ahead and click on this heart. You can see on the right-hand side, I have a replace option. And when I choose that, out pops these illustrations on the left-hand side, things that are similar. You'll see this little crown icon. That means that these are premium features and I would have to purchase those. It does say I have access. You can try them out. I'm not sure what the limitations are on this platform for our district users, but you can always try. You can also search here for the actual item you want and then scroll down through your results to see what can be replaced. Click on the object and it will automatically change your design. Now, on the right-hand side, we still have the option to edit the image, even though it's a standard image from here. We can click down. We can change the way it looks, change its transparency. We can filter its effects by clicking the caret. You can see that we can change its color. Right now it is red. We can make it go with any color scheme that we would like. We can also make it grayscale. At the bottom, we can click here for enhancements. We can affect the contrast, darkness, how bright or light, how saturated the color might be, although we're chosen black, highlights, shadows, and so forth. So you can do this with every element within your infographic. So I'm going to go ahead and click the X here. We can choose this and we can, of course, like every other platform, make it bigger or smaller by dragging in the corner. We can turn it. We can relocate it anywhere on the page. And let's just move to our next item. So say we want to adjust this text. So I'm just going to double click there and get these illustrations off the side. All right, and so I've still chosen, still in this box. Again, the right-hand side, I can change the color if I want simply by clicking there. I have these current palettes, but at the bottom, I can choose any color I want, change the shade of that color, and then I can even click more colors if I want to go here. Maybe I don't like the actual font. I can choose that here. I can change its spacing and alignment. So here I can put it to the center, to the right. And if I wanted to duplicate this look at the top, World Blood Donor Day, I could choose this arrow here and I would be able to change the shape of my actual text. If you don't like what you do, accidentally Control and Z or this nice little undo arrow at the top will take you back as many steps as you might need to go. Again, it is auto saving. So as long as you have not closed out your tab or shut down your browser, you should be able to undo to go back to a previous version of the same document. Okay, so same here. I'm going to have this paper. I might want to replace it and not necessarily have that piece of paper in the middle of my box. So I'm going to click replace, and you can see on the left-hand side, I have lots of different options. Let's just try this black and white, and it automatically changes it. Of course, we can't see our text now, so be cautious of that because I'm sure your grade is going to be based on the content that you add to your infographic. So we do need to be able to read it. Very important. So that's a little bit better. Again, we can scroll, we can move our text box, we can resize our text box just like we would if we were in Microsoft Word or a PowerPoint. Okay, now let's look at the background. Here we are. We can remove to the background. We can add things to the background. We can change the color of our background by doing our filters the same way and having lots of different preset options. We can go ahead and change these graphics as well. Just keep clicking until you have highlighted the object that you want to replace or change. Go ahead and search for the name of the object at the top. Click the object you might want and continue to change anything that you don't like about your infographic. Okay, now I can also add fun animation to my infographic. The only problem is if you're intending to print this as opposed to sharing it with your class or your teacher digitally, you won't see any of the animation, of course, in a printed object, but you will see it in your MP4 file, which is the format that is preferred if you're going to save this as a movie or GIF animation. You could change the background simply by clicking here, add a bigger border around it, change the format and the structure at the bottom. You can include photos in your infographic. Again, you have some photos here that would be free. You can, of course, add a text box so you can add more information. You could just add simple text, or you can add some creative different texts and topics using some of these options. And you may want to make sure that you are pinpointing what question are you actually trying to answer with your topic and for your topic. Have that somewhere on your infographic. When you are done and you've rearranged all of your elements, go ahead and either choose download and save your image as an MP4 if it has animation in it. Otherwise, a PDF is recommended, and you would start your download. Once your download begins, it is going to load down to the left side of your laptop. You can also click share in the top right corner, and when you choose publish, you can just click the link here so that you can get your shareable link ready to share with your teacher, and then simply just copy and paste your link. Control and C for copy. You also have the file down here in your downloads, and then you're going to navigate to your team to find your actual assignment under assignments, or some of you like to go to the general channel and look for the announcement and then click the assignment itself. And even though my version looks a little different than yours, underneath the name of your assignment, you will have an attach button here under the left. Make sure to click attach. You can either attach the PDF or the MP4 that you downloaded, or you can copy and paste the link to turn into your teacher. And don't forget to click turn in, which is generally in the top right hand corner of the student screen. I hope this has been helpful, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening.